subscribe with all alerts set. And yes, I'm trying to go live on TikTok at the same time, and we got it all sorted. Yay, yay, yay. Apologies. My neck is like still hurting pretty bad, but it is what it is. I'm thankful that I can move and do all kinds of stuff. Shout out to our chicken bone broth over here. Bone broth gang. What else? Oh, we've got a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about. It looks like the markets rebounded a bit, which is good. But more importantly, we're going to be talking about the future of crypto because it's going to be one of the biggest wealth transfers in the world, like trillions and trillions of dollars. And I'm going to give you some statistics as to why that's a possibility. But I don't know if we should talk about the good news or the bad news. Because this story is kind of wild. It literally just came out like this morning. Like, I don't know, you guys. To me, it's wild. And again, I'm going to preface this with saying, I don't care who people vote for. I don't care who people donate to. Like, that's their business. That's their prerogative, you know. But at the same time, I find it very bizarre to work in crypto and to support somebody who doesn't support you, meaning they don't support your livelihood, right? Isn't that kind of weird? I think it's kind of weird, but again, to each their own. And I just want to say that my heart goes out to the XRP community primarily, because this is a little bit wild. So I guess we should go in with the bad news first. Sorry, guys. But it looks like Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen endorsed VP Harris, which we knew about that last month, I believe, and also donated 1 million in XRP token to Future Forward PAC, which is her PAC, and part of that, and part of that side, and has given 1.9 million to Harris so far. So I just find it kind of weird, right? Like, this is the thing, and this is why I say don't trust the ivory towers. Don't trust these people. They don't care about you. The people that got hurt the most in the the Ripple versus SEC case was retail. And that case really impacts the entire crypto industry. It really does. Because we talked about yesterday that, Ripple is fighting for the fine that they should pay, and XRP being not a security on the secondary market. So Ripple's still fighting the SEC against Gensler. So maybe Larsen knows something we don't. Maybe he's playing nice and hoping that he's going to get a positive outcome. But at the same time, Larsen has enough capital where he doesn't have to deal with America. Like, if we do get bad regulation, if we get really negative outcome with crypto in the US, he can literally pick up and go to Dubai. He can go to any place in the world if he wanted to. Because Ripple is setting up shop in Dubai. They're getting a special license over there. So I just think it's a little bit wild. That's all. But we do have good news. I know the story just broke. I'm sorry to be a negative Nancy, but we had to do it. We had to kind of talk about it because it's important. I also have some information, some bullishness about Hedera. So if you guys are HBAR fans, make sure to take a look at that. But let's do a quick look at the market and then talk about the trillions of dollars that are going to be coming into the crypto markets or have the potential to in the next decade or decades. So this is currently the daily for crypto, with 22%. Shout out to the Hexagons, 27%. Ondo, BlackRock Project, Floki, Nero, PP, everything's up. Doge, Brett, things are looking good. On the weekly, here and there. But it looks like Bitcoin had a bit of a rebound yesterday. And this is a God tier candle. I didn't realize it was this big. Wow. We did get a breakdown. Wow, I didn't realize. I wasn't paying attention to charts yesterday. Things were a little bit cuckoo. Little bit cuckoo. So yesterday we got that swing wickle all the way down to 59,000. And then we rebounded. We rebounded beautifully. And one of the things I want to say, was it this one? Was it this one? I don't know what's going on. Anyways, we rebounded really beautifully. We got back above $60,000. We're currently breaking 62. I personally want to get us to close above 65,000. I think that would be wonderful. Really 70,000, but right now, I'll literally just let's take a look at last week and see. So last week, we got a close here. I just want us to close above last week's close, okay? above the 63, 64,000. That's what I would love. So Bitcoin is pumping. Things are looking absolutely beautiful on the daily. If you guys bought the dip yesterday, congrats. If you didn't, that's okay. Markets looked a little bit bad yesterday, though. Pretty gnarly. Ethereum is held the line here. Actually didn't really have too much volatility yesterday. Only we broke down to 2,300 and we're back up. Things are looking good. And Solana also has a beautiful God tier candle, about $147. So we're looking good. Sui is above my, let's see, am I in profit? I think I'm in a teeny bit of profit, but Sui's up. It's in a beautiful price action over here. We could go ahead and draw this cute little trend line to show where we need to stay above. But Sui actually might break all-time high this week. We'll see. So congrats to everybody that's holding. Congrats if your bags are up. I am happy for you. ApeCoin is doing its thing. And we are going to talk about Hedera. And a Hedera project that I hold and I really, really like in a little bit. So stay tuned for that. But this is a report from Charles Schwab. Why are we talking about Charles Schwab? Why? Why would we do this? Well, let's get into it. Basically, in this report that's 40 pages, we read it. Well, Mixing read it. So you don't have to. He just gave me some notes because I didn't have time for to read 40 pages this morning. I had to get my baby to school, and then I'm traveling. I'm leaving right after the show. Guts to go. But 62% of millennials plan to invest in crypto next year, according to a Charles Schwab survey. The study examined the investment behavior of 2,200 investors to better understand how they were approaching different kinds of exchange-traded products. Hold on. The study examined the investment behavior of 2,200 investors. So it's a sample size of 2,200. And they use statistics for a lot of this stuff, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but at the same time, I'll take it. To better understand how they're approaching different ETFs, TradFi stuff. 84 trillion wealth transfer from the older to younger generations is also expected. So basically they're saying in the next decade or a couple decades, people that are passing away, they're going to donate to their kids, give to their kids. Cool. Using data collected by Bank of America, crypto analysts said that roughly 20 trillion will be invested in crypto over the next decade. The reason why that's so interesting about we'll get into that in a second. But the reason why that's so interesting regarding Bank of America does not allow crypto transactions. Like if they know that you're using like a Gemini or like whatever, they will shut your account down. Like literally, it's crazy. Crazy business. But I digress. Let's keep going because this is important. They say that 20 trillion will be invested to crypto over the next decade. Bitcoin will see half. That depends though. It really depends on regulations, but this is bullish long term. And Charles Schwab Asset Manager, they have 7 trillion assets under management. So that's a lot of money. Okay. And again, all of this $84 trillion is not going to go into crypto. They're just kind of bull posting here. So good for them. Happy for them. So, the current crypto market cap is around $2 trillion now. Could you imagine if $84 trillion got injected? It wouldn't be $84 trillion. It would be a percentage of it. Smaller probably because people are going to want to buy houses, all kinds of stuff. So there's that. Also too, there's been some legal things going on. Let's say there was a bullish story I forgot, but this Fetterman and Sherwood investigates Fidelity Investments for data breach. Apparently all of this happened earlier today. Full name, social security, driver's license, other sensitive information. And the crazy thing about it is the SEC does go after these companies for this type of stuff, but at the same time, this is why I get so nervous about AI. Like the current technology we have doesn't even work. So we're going to replace it with something that we don't know if it can work or not. And like yesterday, Elon also announced like robots and all these crazy cars. I don't know about you guys. Like I am not a fan of automated service. I am a fan of actually having real humans do things. And like our health insurance, like getting a hold of somebody at the doctor's office or any health insurance company in general, healthcare company in general, health insurance is a nightmare. Customer service is terrible. So you think robots are going to make it better when everything is already automated. Also too, like that scares me. And these are what the robots look like. I know I'm kind of segueing into something else a little bit, but these are what the robots looked like, which is cuckoo, like cuckoo. This is one of the cars. And also, too, these are what the robots look like. And they're at the Elon's party. They're making drinks and they're doing all kinds of stuff. And people are like, oh, this is so cool because I don't want to clean my house and I don't want to build this or I don't want to, X, Y, and Z. But what they're not thinking long term is what's going to happen. Like we're talking about, and this is crazy, too. We're talking about having a population problem. Like people are not reproducing, people are not having kids, primarily because that's super expensive. But then they're talking about introducing like AI and robots that are going to really take people's jobs. So how is that going to, like, I just don't understand how it's all going to work together. So we're going to create robots so that they do jobs for people and then we get UBI. Like, how does that work? That's what I'm really curious about. And again, some people like their jobs. Like I understand construction is hard work and I understand that there's some jobs that just aren't fun. But at the same time, like there's people that are working those jobs. How is that going to work? Like, what are they going to do? And let's say that that's their only skill and they're not able to pivot. I don't know. Just my 2 stats. But again, AI is bullish for crypto as a whole because number goes up, we can make money. Also, too, since we're talking about pro-crypto stuff, Trump crypto project submits proposal to Ethereum DeFi giant Aave. And again, this isn't Trump's project, not Trump's project. That's a key thing here. And again, Aave is one of the OG DeFi projects along with Comp and a couple others. Trump is an advisor, but of course, they're going to call it his project because his face is on it. But basically, the World Liberty Finance, the project Trump is advising for, plans to operate as Aave instance, and Aave DAO stands to gain a substantial fees from the deal because that's how DeFi works. You have to have some crypto projects that have smart contracts to help facilitate these loans and do all that type of stuff. So there's that. Interesting stuff over here. So we'll see what happens with Aave. We'll see what happens. Well, not with Aave, but with Trump and this project, and if he wins or not. There's also the reason why Uniswap was pumping yesterday over here. Let's see. Unichain was launched and it's a new Ethereum layer 2 DeFi platform built on Optimism's OP stack. They want to create a new network of interoperable networks, fast, provable block building for nearly instant transaction, blah, blah, blah. It's basically, they're saying this can become a super chain that includes networks like Base and it's Optimism affiliated. This is the thing, you guys, and this is why projects like Sui and Solana and all these other projects are kind of outperforming Ethereum. What is the reason for a layer 2? There's really no reason for it. Like using a layer 2 is annoying. So again, that's why we saw Solana season with meme coins and all kinds of stuff on Solana and not Ethereum. Will we get an Ethereum meme season? Will we get an Ethereum season this year? I hope so because I'm invested. But at the end of the day, come on. So I don't know. That's like my thought on this, but I could be wrong. A little bit crazy. Yeah, and Booger said those robots are crazy. And also too, shout out to the O Army. Shout out to John, to Mr. R, to Mr. Lavish, to Fibonacci, to Steady User. If you guys want to become an O Army member, it's like $4 a month. It supports me, supports the channel. So there's that. Let's get into the next story over here. Let's see. This is from Karate Combat, and AJ made a little vid about it. So shout out to Mr. AJ Writes Crypto, awesome human being. But if you're bullish on Hedera, I am bullish on Hedera because of Karate Combat. I love Karate Combat. I think it's amazing. And I'm going to go to Salt Lake City tonight. Well, right when I'm done with the stream, I'm hopping on a flight and I'm going there because they have their up only that is going to be launched today, which is exciting. Well, it's announced today and they've got their fight tonight. And you guys know that I will always rock with Karate Combat. Always. They take care of their fighters, which is a big plus for me. In addition to that, they took some of our kids from the self-care lab out of Montclair, California, to Vegas so that they can meet Nick Diaz and all kinds of stuff. And I think that that's amazing. So shout out to Karate Combat. I will always support you. But let's talk a little bit about Hedera and Karate Combat. So Karate Combat launches a layer 2 network to license game model to other sports because and when they're talking about other sports, they're talking about poker and all different types of anything. Like anybody can do this. Okay. And then they'll get fees and whatnot from it, which is that's how it works. But let's go ahead and talk about what this means and what it's going to look like. So it means that sports leagues, gambling platforms, and projects can use Karate Combat's tech stack. the up-only gaming allows karate holders to earn tokens by predicting fight outcomes. And again, Karate Combat is up gaming. What does up gaming mean? It means you can't lose. So if you don't get, so basically you get tokens whether you win or lose, which is absolutely amazing. And there's no business model like that right now. Not only is Karate Combat tapping into a sport that is equally as amazing as MMA, equally as amazing as boxing and all kinds of stuff. Karate is freaking amazing. But they're tapping into this up-only gaming to where you don't lose. You cannot lose. Which is amazing, you know? And I just think it's cool. And the fact that they picked Hedera speaks volumes. And all the projects are going to integrate and use the same model. And the Up network will enhance gameplay and transaction efficiency. And again, right now on Avalanche, I think there's a game that's going viral. I forget what it is, but we're starting to see Web3 gaming really take off. And that's amazing. It's exciting. So 20 to 30 projects are set to launch on Up, and a portion of Up's token supply will benefit Karate token holders. Karate Combat has grown to 100,000 users in 1 year. I feel like it's more. But that's amazing. Really, really, really amazing stuff. So I'm happy for them. I think that they're going to do really, really cool, great stuff. Like everybody on the team is so nice. And I love the fact that they picked Hedera because I like Hedera. I do. Shout out to Hedera Foundation. But at the same time, like it's nice to see legitimate projects using the main project's tech. And that's exactly what Karate Combat's doing. So we love it. We're here for it. Now, really, really quickly, this story was, we forgot it yesterday. Fetch AI. Apparently Imperial College partnered to launch AI Lab. This college is in London and they're going to launch a $10 million fund for AI startups and innovative development. Good for them. Good for them. This story over here, this is an interesting one. Binomial sues SEC over XRP futures, challenges agency's continued claim that XRP is a security. All right, let's get into this because this is important. This is important for the entire crypto industry as well. Okay, so let me read to you guys a little bit what the deal is. So Binomial is a derivative exchange and they're suing the SEC over assertion that XRP is a security, which impacts Binomial's planned XRP futures contract. The SEC told Binomial that listing XRP futures will require additional compliance, including registration as a national securities exchange, which is going to cost them more money. Well, at least the silver lining here is at least the SEC is communicating. So the SEC provided Binomial with briefs from its case against Ripple, stating XRP sales violate the Securities Act as an unregistered securities. But again, that's not in it. The case isn't over yet. The case isn't over yet. And the SEC claims that XRP is security because of Howey laws that happened like way back when, like the 30s, almost 100 years old. And again, the courts partially rejected the SEC's argument, ruling that not all XRP sales are securities, some classified as non-security transactions. So what does this mean? This means that XRP is, that the SEC is out of their mind and that more and more companies are saying, you know what, we're not dealing with this. We are not dealing with it at all, any way, shape, or form. And I think that that's amazing. Primarily why that's amazing. It's like, I feel like everyone in crypto, we're just tired of getting like stepped on. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not good, you know? So it's good that this big company is standing up for itself, but how will this impact retail? Will it impact retail in a good way or a negative way? Hopefully in a good way. We'll see. But it's just wild the XRP is, or that SEC is indicating that XRP is a security on the secondary market when it's not even yet, when they didn't even get that far. Also too, Bill Morgan, he said, you have to read page 34 of 36 of the complaint against, of Binomial against the SEC. You won't believe me. SEC supported its assertion that XRP is a security and giving copies of summary judgment briefs. And I commented here, I says, what? Because it's crazy to do that. The case isn't over. I said, at what point does a bar and other entity that check come into play? This is many bad things. Bill says, I do not think it raises an ethical issue for any attorneys. It may not have even been an attorney at the SEC who communicated with Binomial, which that's crazy too. That's wild. I find the SEC conduct regrettable and reprehensible because the clear motive of dealing with Binomial was to pressure it to register as an exchange, which would give the SEC jurisdiction over something in which it does not have jurisdiction because underlying asset XRP is not a security. Oop. I love crypto attorneys. They're awesome. Also, too, some more lawsuits. Tezos staker sues IRS over token reward policy. So Tezos was one of the early projects that gave like staking rewards, and you were able to get these on Coinbase. And I think I still have like some over there on Coinbase from like a way long time ago. So basically the IRS was going, there was like this big drama way back in the day where the IRS is like, oh, we're gonna, there's tax implications for staking, blah, 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 blah. But Jeff's like, no, I'm suing you. Or Josh's like, no, I'm suing you. So basically, Josh challenged the rule that staking rewards are taxable as income when earned. And he wants a permanent injunction against treating token rewards as income. He wants a $12,000 tax refund, which, hey, in this economy, that's a lot of money. In an older case, he argued Tezos staking rewards should be treated as property and taxed upon sale. That makes sense, because if you're not selling and you're just holding, why? The IRS offered Jarrett a $4,000 refund in 2022, which he refused and continued the legal fight. The case could set precedent for proof of stake networks. And again, that's important. I know this is turning into like a legal show because, again, case precedent matters. So think, you know what, maybe we should start like a crypto wallet for this guy and support him, because that impacts all of us in the United States of America. All right, now let's get into the next story. This is another crazy one too. Oh my goodness. SEC charges Cumberland DRW with acting as unregistered dealer in crypto transactions. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise, guys. The SEC just doesn't stop. Freaking crazy. And this matters because they're calling 5 crypto tokens securities: Matic, Solana, Atom, Algo, and Filecoin. So the SEC is charging Cumberland DRW for acting as an unregistered dealer while trading $2 billion in crypto. They allege traded assets classified as securities without proper registration, even though there's no way to go in and register. SEC claims Cumberland earned millions in ill-gotten gains for those 5 tokens: Pole, Polygon Matic, Solana, Atom, Algo, and Filecoin, which we love those coins. Those are cool classics. Cumberland said it had been discussions with the SEC for 5 years. They said they will not alter business operations. Good. The fact, and this is the thing, you guys, the fact that Cumberland has been in discussion with the SEC for 5 years and now they're getting sued is crazy. The SEC should have went to them during those 5 years and said, hey, do this, don't do that, and worked with them. But they didn't. And that sucks. That's horrible. It really is. It's upsetting. You should be pissed. But again, we got people with money that are fighting for us. So let's keep it going. All right. Remember when we talked about those market makers that got in trouble because the FBI created a crypto project? Like FBI, SEC, crypto. This is like 2024 is just unserious. It's just unserious. So FBI was accused of violating MIT license and smart contract code usage. Probably nothing will happen with it because the code they used because of the code used, they were going to do that, which is crazy, but they're not going to. Now, this is a crazy story. We did this yesterday. So TD Bank pleads guilty to Bank Secrecy Act and money laundering conspiracy violations and 1.8 billion restitution. Okay. Billion restitution. What does that mean? I did a little video for you guys yesterday. So one of the things I did a little bit of research. So TD became a company in like 1855 in Canada. In 2005, they came to the United States of America as a bank. The fact that you are a bank since 2005, but you're getting in trouble for these things in 2024, 20 years later is ridiculous. Part of it was KYC. Okay. And again, banks force you to hold crypto. They force you. I can't even think right now. I'm like thinking about missing my flight. So anyways, banks force you to use them because if you don't use a bank, you can't buy a house, you can't rent, jobs need direct deposit, all kinds of stuff, But these banks are out here doing whatever it is they want to do. And I'm gonna segue it over and tell you why this is absolutely insane. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute over here. Okay. So they received a $3 billion fine from the Justice Department. And apparently, TD Bank pleaded guilty to laundering millions for a particular drug cartel. Bank employees became involved in criminal activities, accepting bribes using ATM cards to access laundered funds. The bank failed to enforce AML measures, allowing over $670 million in drug money to flow through accounts. And TD Bank neglected to monitor $18.3 trillion in customer activity, facilitating money laundering network. So the thing about that, Binance got hit. First off, $18 trillion that went unchecked through KYC. Binance got hit for KYC. Binance got hit for AML. Binance was only operating in America for like 2 years. This has been going on for so long with this bank. This is crazy. Did TD Bank's founder go to jail? CZ did. And he had to pay fines. So the injustice here, it's not insane. It is insane. Not only is it insane, it's ridiculous. It's just wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And it just really shows you how much these people hate crypto. It really, really, really does. It's just cuckoo. And then over here, this is the whole thread on TD. But again, Binance, that doesn't exist. But again, CZ actually got jail time over it. So also too, really quick, shout out to Mr. Justin Sun. He apparently is a prime minister in Liberland, which is a micronation near Croatia. And it was created by wing libertarians in 2015 and known for adopting Bitcoin as official currency. And it utilizes a decentral online platform for governance. And there are 1,000 citizens. The laws section of the micronation's website is empty. Sun says he aims to actively promote. I just got a reward on MoonPay. He wants to promote Liberland, but also a model for the world. Which is freaking funny. And the reason why it's so funny, I got a reward. I got $9.28 on Moonshot. I get all these like rewards like all day that come. They're like, hey, you got a reward. Blah, blah, blah. But it's just weird. Anyways, though, my FWOG is up 90% today, apparently. So, and I got Moo. They gave me like $1 of Moo. Anyways, you guys, that's the show for today. I gotta go hop a flight to go to Salt Lake City. So I will catch you guys later. I gotta go do this. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll be live tomorrow around noon or something like that. But anyway, sending you guys love and light. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. No pizza. We did a limited pizza day yesterday. But I'll catch y'all later. Can't miss my flight. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.